let's shift gears to fantasy gaming. And if you guys have any questions of fantasy gaming, we have some time to take it up. Borisa, I'll start with you. Your best 11 for today's match.
Blindly the top three of each team. This is Sharjah. Butler, Smith, and Samson. People who think Samson has failed 3 times, so I will replace Samson. Please, for God's sake, don't. You want to empower him, give him captaincy also. This is Sharjah. And on the other side, don't go with Shikhar Dhawan as captain, my personal call, because Shikhar, unlike Samson, Butler, Smith, Shaw, Iyer, Pant, is not able to clear the boundaries in that level of regularity, the new Shikhar Dhawan who bats these days. So keep that in mind for captaincy, vice captaincy picks. I will give all of them into the mix. And among the bowlers, don't go conventional. Don't think, okay, you know what, I will go with the best bowlers because that's how they are for wickets. It won't happen like that. It won't happen like that in Sharjah. It will happen unconventional. Somebody will get off to a real flyer and then in trying to accelerate, give you a wicket. So Karthik Tyagi can become a good option at 8 credit points. As far as the Delhi Capitals is concerned, a Ravi Chandran Ashwin against a Mahipal Lomror or a Rahul Tewatia becomes an extremely interesting option at 9 credit points. So Archer for sure, Rabada and Nokia for sure, but play around with that one bowler. Karthik Tyagi, Shreyash Gopal, Ravi Chandran Ashwin, Aksar Patel. That's how I will go. My captaincy bets, absolutely Joss Butler. Absolutely Joss Butler. No one in Delhi, and I'm making this point, no one in that Delhi side can have as much destruction impact as Joss Butler can. If he gets going, he gets going. Nobody in that Delhi lineup, Prithvi, and no disrespect here, Butler will get you 140 balls. That level of impact at Sharjah. So that's how my captaincy will be.
All right. Rajashri, what are the changes that you'd like to make to that particular lineup?
Same. It's just that I have only Jofra Archer in the, as one of the recognizable bowlers, because you also have to balance out your points. So I've also gone with Ankit Rajput, because look, I've packed it with batsmen, I've packed it with wicket keepers, where you can select up to 4 wicket keepers in certain apps. But you have the thing is, you have to have 2 or 3 bowlers, right? Is the batsman who are going to make the impact? And remember, it's Sharjah again. Will Jofra Archer even get to bat? Because most conditions, you pick up Jofra Archer thinking he'll give you a quick 20, 25, pick up a couple of wickets.
He'll bat Rajarshi at number 5. If 3 overs are left,
if he does,
not get him there. Yeah,
if he has to. And Ben Stokes is definitely not playing today, because it looks like he's only going to, his 6-day quarantine is still in progress. So it looks like he could be available for the next game. Had Ben Stokes been available, by the way, let's just put another scenario here. Had Ben Stokes been available here, I would have gone with multiple teams for tonight's game, in the sense that, there somewhere I would have had Shreyas Iyer as captain. In the other team, I would have had Butler as captain, and maybe the other combination would have had Ben Stokes as captain. The moment Ben Stokes comes in, you can be sure of a double impact in any condition. So it's Sharjah is fairly easy. Pack it with batsmen, pack it with aggressive wicketkeeper batsmen, and then go with conventional bowlers.
Buddy, it's not easy, because everybody will do the easy bit. So to beat everybody, 40 lakh people doing the easy bit, because everyone knows that it's Sharjah. So how do you still win? That is the challenge. You can know that, okay, I will get my 6 batsmen, I will get my 7 batsmen, Boria and Rajarshi and Riddhima and Pragyan, are not talking rocket science. Then what are we giving for real fundas? The funda is, don't go with your startup bowlers. The normal funda is, what do? You see a Mohammad Shami, Mohammad Shami. You see a Jofra Archer or a Kagiso Rabada, bang, Kagiso Rabada. No, boss. This is Sharjah. That's why an Arshdeep Singh and a Ravi Bishnoi worked last night. That is what you need to do. Karthik Tyagi works. Why? Because you expect the first 5 overs to go for some runs. Then there can be a wicket. So if the top order starts firing, your top bowlers will not get you wickets when you're playing fantasy. So keep your thinking caps on, my friends. That's how you will win a fantasy contest.
Selection was easy for me as far as my teams were concerned. That's what I was pointing out. It's not necessarily easy for everybody. That's the thought process that I had in terms of the batsmen I want, in terms of the wicket keepers I want, in terms of the all-rounders I want. And when you create multiple teams, it gives you options. So that's the option I was talking about. In terms of Butler, had Ben Stokes been available, and somebody else.
Yeah.
All right. Pragyan, your take on that.
Every time I hear Boryada and Rajesh speak about Ben Stokes, I get reminded of Virat Kohli. I don't know, somehow. They're so connected. I don't know.
Yeah.
uh, but uh, saying that it's a wonderful thing, as Boryada said, you go with your unconventional bowling unit, because as he said, fast bowlers, they're quick, they might get you wickets, but these guys, they will be the weak link. Ashwin bowling there, somebody would look to go after him, so there, that's where he might give you points. That's what I understood. Because batting, definitely it will, but in bowling, you have to see who can get you those wickets. Because of that, Karthik Tyagi is a young boy. A lot of batsmen will wait for him. They will try and go after him. If they're playing against Rabada, they will be little careful. But when they're playing against Tyagi, I think they will look to maximize their runs. So that's when you get your points. That's what my reading says.
All right. We had a very interesting question. I would request them to actually fire it again because I missed the name of the viewer. The question was, are overseas bowlers underrated in the IPL 2020? I'll start with you, Pragyan, on this because you also rooted for the youngest stan in yesterday's match. Yes, we had Ronak Agarwal ask this, that are overseas spinners underrated in IPL 2020? Pragyan, your take on
But
that?
I love this question, but I would ask my buddy, why does he think so? You see, Rashid, he is the best in the world. If he doesn't play, SRH is like they will go crazy. And yesterday we saw Mujib coming in. Mujib was unfortunate because of the combination. In IPL we have that rule of four foreigners playing in a team. So when you're trying to set your combination right, at times you miss out. But there are teams where you have good spinners and they play, uh, like Mujib played yesterday. Then Rashid, I will always talk about Rashid, because without Rashid, SRH is nothing. And I don't think they're like
Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
I know,
underrated.
Ridhima, you're running out of time. One quick point from my
Yeah,
end. Take a look at the
sure.
standings and you will realize how important the bowlers are. The teams with the best bowling, Delhi Capitals, Mumbai Indians, are at the top. So that's what the bowlers do. Your batsman might get you 180, 190, 200, but it's that 20 runs that the bowlers will give less for Mumbai Indians and for Delhi Capitals that will win you games. So the teams with the best bowling departments will eventually win the tournament, not the batsman. Batsmen will win you matches, bowlers will win
Yeah.
you tournaments. That's the cardinal saying, and that's the truth. If you see Delhi Capitals and Mumbai Indians, it has been proven time and again.
Right. There is some correlation between, all the sports. In basketball, there's this saying, defense wins you matches. It's not the attack. Similarly, bowling will win you matches. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining in. I've had so much fun. But before that, quick predictions. Boris, sir, quick
I
predictions.
somehow have this inkling it's a Butler Smith show.
Okay. All right. What about you, Pragyan?
DC. They will dominate.
All right. Rajashri?
DC. Not even thinking.
Okay.
The
So
better
we've got
side,
Ronak
better side.
Agarwal.
They're better
Ronak
side.
Agarwal
Delhi
saying
is a better
RR.
side.
Ronak Agarwal is saying RR, and a couple of people are saying RR again. But then there are a few viewers who said DC. All right, so we've got a game in hand. It is DC
Yeah.
versus RR. Stay tuned for our post-match analysis as well. Post the match. Thank you so much for joining in and for all your questions. Stay tuned to Sports Today.